Greetings, world. You know, there's a lot going across the internet about Europeans who have experienced the United States for the first time, thanks to the World Cup and FIFA or whatever the hell it is. I'm not a sports guy. And I have made one video about this. I'm going to make a few more because it has sparked, and those of you that know me know I don't monetize my videos. I'm just an old dude. I'm retired. I got a lot of time, and I just like talking and spreading information that you may or may not agree with. So that being said, there is so much to learn from the awakening of the Europeans in terms of their relationship and their feelings with the United States. And lessons are to be learned, helpful lessons across the board on both sides of the proverbial pond. I've talked about it in the past that on the American side, you know, it's no surprise that I'm conservative for the most part, politically. So I'm not a big fan of the American collegiate institutions, the college professors, uh, this whole leftist propaganda bullshit. I don't like it. One of the reasons I don't like it has to do with this whole thing that's happening with the Europeans that have visited here. American young people, especially those who attend American universities, have been absolutely clearly brainwashed, much worse than the Europeans, in terms of how fucked up they are told America is. They are literally bombarded. Their fresh, young, sponge brains are bombarded with all of this shit that America has ever done wrong to everybody, and especially if you're a white American. Now, that's not just because I happen to be a white dude. It's just the way it is, you know? The truth is the truth, no matter where you fucking hear it. And, you know, my Vietnamese wife would sit here and tell you the same fucking thing. This is pure propaganda, and it's not done just for fun. It's not done just to make people hate their own country. It's done with a very clear purpose in mind. It's done to create a voter base. It's done to put guilt on all white people so that they feel down and ashamed of themselves. You can't really succeed because you've got white privilege. You can't succeed because your great, 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 great grandfather might have had slaves, which in most cases is not the truth, such as in my case. None of us were on this continent when that was happening. But nevertheless, if you're white, you're still guilty for it. So there's that. And then, you know, you gotta feel guilty about your white privilege. You have to really rally against anything that's patriotic. You don't love your flag because if you fly your American flag and love your flag, then you're a fascist. Another and overused term that has diluted the actual meaning of the word. We all know what a real fascist is, and we know what a real dictatorship is, and you ain't seen it in this country. You may hate the president of the United States, and I may hate one of the former presidents of the United States in terms of how he ran the country. Guess you don't know anymore. But we haven't had a fascist running the country, okay? I wouldn't piss on Obama in a forest fire to cool him down, or Biden, but I certainly wouldn't wish anything evil upon him. I wouldn't want his life taken, and I don't think they were fascist. I think they were communist, socialist, and retards, quite frankly, that didn't give a fuck about the country and were more concerned about power and wealth and manipulating the masses to divide and hate each other and to garner votes and to create a one-party system. That's what I think. Am I right or wrong? Who fucking cares, man? I'll be dead sooner than later, so it doesn't matter, man. I'm an old dude. So, look, what I hope happens for American young people is when they see these endless videos of Europeans, it must just blow their freaking indoctrinated minds to be raised thinking their country sucks ass, and then they hear these Europeans come over here. My camera keeps timing out. To hear these Europeans coming over here and ranting and raving about how beautiful America is, that just must blow the minds of these self-hating liberals. I don't know. I can't imagine how they're coping with this. Having traveled the world when I was younger via the United States military and lived in Europe and Germany and traveled all throughout France and Egypt and blah, 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 Israel. I've been all over the United States, throughout a lot of the world, not the Orient or I don't know if you can call it the Orient anymore. Haven't been to Asian countries, but I've been around and not just visiting. I've stayed for lengthy times, could never wait to get home. And, guys from my generation, I'm 64 years old, we always understood, I've heard a lot of shit from Europeans my whole life. Yeah, you guys never leave the country. You don't even have a passport. Well, now you guys are starting to realize that, there's really no need unless you're curious. There's no need to leave America. You can literally go snow skiing in the fucking morning and be at the beach in the afternoon surfing. And people have done that and they do that. We have all the deserts. And I'm not going to sit here and sell America on this video, although I'm a huge fan of America and love America and I have no shame about my love of my country. I am disappointed in the politics and how easily manipulated people have been. It is refreshing to see the Europeans come here and see the truth. And it gives me hope for the European people because I pay close attention to what's happening in Europe, specifically the United Kingdom. And you guys are losing it, man. And maybe you guys seeing what's going on here will help you demand more out of your government. One way or another, you got one life on this earth as far as we know. You need to be comfortable. If you want, you should have fucking ice and free drinks, goddammit. You should have bigger houses. You should make more money. A doctor in the UK, I believe, starts off making about $35,000 a year. I'm a retired Los Angeles police officer. I started in 1984 making $32,000 a year. And today, 2026, doctors in the UK are starting off at in their 30s, $35,000. Are you kidding me? Doctors in America are starting off in the hundreds of thousands. It's just not fair. You guys are being taken advantage of. You're being manipulated by look, I love taking care of the environment, but they're using climate change and all this other shit to deprive you people of fucking air conditioning. Are you jacking me around? Even when I was in Germany in 1981, I couldn't believe it, man. I go in there and I go to get a Jack Daniels and Coke. I couldn't get a fucking ice cube, man. It drove me nuts. You deserve the comforts of modern day technology, no matter where you're at on this planet. And you deserve to not live in poverty. I'm not ashamed to admit, people that know me know, I did not even graduate high school, and I'm living in a house this house I'm sitting in comes in at just under $1 million right now, the value of it. Now I'm not flexing or bragging, but I am a high school motherfucking dropout. Not proud of it. It's just the way it was, man. I had to get out of my home. My family life was terrible, violent, abusive, drugs, alcohol. I had to get out, so I couldn't stay another year. I had to go in the military. But if a dude like me with no college and would have to stop and really think about how to spell college could live the way I'm living, then there's no reason that everybody can't be living that way all over the fucking world. If you're in Europe, anywhere in a European country, and you're struggling and you've probably got college degrees, or you're in America and you've got college degrees, and you're going to be paying off student loans for the rest of your life, and you're barely surviving, then there's something wrong going on here. Okay, there's something wrong. And it's up to us all, not me, because like I said, I'm done. But it's up to you young people to get it right and get it fixed, man. College is being sold to most people as you can't survive without it. And the fact of the matter is, I'm not an anomaly. There's people that went to the trade schools that make 10,000 times more than somebody with fucking some degree. And there's a million people with a million degrees that they're never going to make a dime off of, but they're going to be paying for forever and ever and ever. And I know I'm jumping all over the subjects because that's just how I roll. Got to get it out while it flows through this empty, cavernous aperture called my head. So, if you're young and you're thinking about college, think about it. Do you really need a fucking degree in sociology, psychology, gender fucking studies, some crap that some liberal teacher told you is a good idea and it'll make you feel good about yourself? You'll be paying for that for the fucking years and you'll never make a dime off of it. How about going to HVAC school? How about going to the military and using 3-4 years until you can figure out what you want to do? There's so many options. So many options. Go in the military, let them pay for your fucking school. How about that? Why would you want to go into debt and get a degree for underwater basket weaving that ain't going to get you a fucking dime? And then for what? For what? So you can be in debt your whole life? Like I said, I'm 64 years old. I'm living good. I've got, this ain't the only thing I own. I'm not going to brag, but I've got acreage paid off. I don't owe money on it, man. Mountaintop acreage, man. Cabins in the mountains. Got good vehicles, got a good life. It's doable. Don't let people make you think that you have to have some fucking major degree. Now, some things you do need a degree on. If you're going to be a fucking brain surgeon or you're going to be a freaking chemist, you're going to have to get that degree. But make sure that's what you want to do and make sure you're going to work in that field. Europeans, I'm jumping back around. Don't settle for fucking a country that won't let you have air conditioning because of some shit they're selling you that the fucking client. You know what, man? If everybody's not on board, nobody's on board. You can't fucking sit around and broil and have no ice cubes, and so you can feel good about yourselves and think that the rest of the world sucks because they're using air conditioning. All right, as long as China's pumping fucking pure lead into the atmosphere, you guys going without air conditioning ain't saving the fucking planet. It's just making you guys miserable. And cheer the fuck up and start saying hi to each other. And I'm glad that you guys found out about fucking spice and seasoning in the food. I loved my time in Europe and the UK. The people were great. I did a lot of work with the British Transport Police after 7/7. I've done a lot of work with different agencies around the world. But you know what? Get some motherfucking spices, man. Mexican food is the best food on the entire planet, bar none. And in America, we like to heat things up, man. Nothing tastes like the other thing. You know, I was in the UK for probably 3 weeks and there was nothing left to taste. It all tasted the same. I'm sorry. I don't mean to make fun of you, and I'm not making fun of you. I'm saying import these fucking... You got YouTube now. You can learn how to make these fucking things, enchiladas and tacos and shit. Do it. Stop eating your goddamn fish and chips, man, before I have to come over there and start fucking showing you guys how to make a serious freaking smoked fucking brisket. That's what you guys need to do. Or are you not allowed to smoke things because you might fuck up the planet? Come on, man. You got to stand the fuck up and get these liberal commie cockbiters out of your government and start putting real people in that care about you. Increase your fucking salary. Stop fucking going into debt. Start eating good food. And if you can't make it happen over there, then get the fuck over here. We're happy to have you. Just don't vote Democratic and turn us into what you are. We're trying to save this fucking country from what the Democrats have done to it. Democrats, fucking convert. Stop. You were lied to. Quit bullshitting. It's okay to agree with the orange fucking dude. You don't have to love him. Just fucking, he loves his country. Vote for the one that's going to do the best for the country. Stop thinking about yourself. And that's pretty much my morning rant. Love you. Have a nice day.